Alexander Dumas' The Count of Monte Cristo, part 2 of a 4-part series. And today we're starting and warming up with, well, technically not week 1 or week 2, it's just part 2. We're going to talk about chapters 31 to 60. Let's go, people! Revenge number 1 is a spoiler alert, people. Well, first off, we're going to have to talk about Sinbad the Sailor. And apparently, he's the same as this guy, the Count of Monte Cristo. Flap, 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 flap. And everything about that guy is awesome. In fact, he's just like, hey, I know this guy is Sinbad the Sailor. He's the same guy. And he's all like, nice, I'm gonna go ahead and do all that myself. And you know what? You will deserve everything that I'm gonna give you. Why? Because I say so. And if you remember from last episode, he just said, bye-bye, farewell, farewell, goodness, farewell, virtue, farewell, goodness. And then like, now I will be the vengeful of darkness. Huh? What just happened? Okay. That will go and seek revenge for those. I will be the Dark Sith. I am Darth Vader. Yeah, I'm not gonna go that far. In fact, everything seems to go ahead into his ways. The Count of Monte Cristo and Sinbad the Sailor are basically the same person. It's like saying me, like Sean, and Han Shi Han are the same person. Literally, they're technically the same names in different languages, but this is one way to put it. In fact, spoiler alert here, throughout the whole story, Edmond Dantes uses several identities, secret identities, to be able to go ahead and pursue his characters and to get his revenge. And of course, with that, loads of weird things start happening. In fact, the first thing that seems to start happening is the fact that he's all like, Sinbad gave me this letter and he told me to give it to you. And he's all like, really? Well, I don't think so. And then it turns out they have the identical letters. Yay! And that is not that accurate too. If I'm just gonna go and stop lying here, let's go ahead. There's this guy, and Count of Monte Cristo said, Sinbad the Sailor. Count of Monte Cristo and Sinbad the Sailor are the same guy, remember that. He gave me this letter. And let me see your letter. Oh, it's almost the same. Read him. Yeah, right? Yeah, that happens. And they're all like, good. Now, inside the Count's brain is all like, how am I going to get this second revenge? But before that, I'm going to have to know some friends and make some friends. He goes ahead and starts making some friends. And of course, the first thing that seems to start happening is to find out what happened to the others. He already found out what happened to the others, of course. And then the next thing that seems to work out is this. Well, I seem to have struck luck here. First thing, I just met a new girl who's isolated herself from the whole society and says she loves me. Also, I feel like I still have some love for Mercedes. And when he looks at Mercedes, he felt no love. Whatever. That happens and he's all like, I'm gonna go ahead and start killing you. You know that, right? Yeah, that's kind of happens. And the next thing that seems to start happening is the fact that, well, now that you are not great, I'm just gonna go ahead and ruin you because he found out he loves money. Like, money. I don't care about you, I love money. He's all like, and that's pretty much the only thing he understands. He understands. Victim number one, Danglars. One gone, three to go. Well, at least we think it's one gone. Let me explain you how it kind of works out. Basically, there was this little promise that he made with his Danglars' little son, and he's all like, you know what? I actually kind of like you and that little friend right there. So you're gonna leave for Paris, right? Yeah, that's my home. And like, how long? 1 week. Oh, well, wait, like right tomorrow. Can I see you before then? Well, I'm sorry, but I'm going somewhere tomorrow before your departure. I'm very sorry about that. What about your friend? Can I see him in Paris? And most unlikely, even especially in the due date you gave, like 3 months later. He'll still be in Italy. He'll be living in Italy for about a year now. For a year. Okay. I'll see you exactly in 3 months. I'll see you on May 21st at 10:30 a.m. See you then. Oh yeah, and just notice I'm always very, very, very exact when I come to time. Okay, I'll believe you, you gentleman, because he offered them a carriage when they were like, how did he rent out all the carriages? Yeah, that's a nice guy. He's a nice guy. 3 months later, and it's like 30 minutes till 10:30. Where the heck is he? He should have arrived by now. He arrived by 10:30. His friends arrived. He's all like, nice, guys, there's a Count of Monte Cristo. Yeah, I have a few friends. He's right there. He's gonna come. There's an aristocrat and someone else. Well, then they're gonna be late. How do you know? Aristocrats are always 2 hours late. Well, barely 2 hours late. But the other guy, he is always 2 or more hours late. Well, the aristocrat won't. He's always punctual. How do you know? I actually don't, but I trust him. Well, then you are a terrible person, man. You trust people too much. No, I don't. Yes, you do. No, I don't. Yes, I do. Whatever. Well, let's just start breakfast. No, not until 10:30. Well, 10:30 arrives and the Count does not arrive. I'm starting breakfast immediately without you. Fine. That happens. And then like, the Count has not arrived yet. It's 10:29. I'm gonna start eating breakfast. It's not 30 yet, brother. Ding dong! And then suddenly the Count of Monte Cristo is behind and they're like, what the heck? How did you just get here? It's exactly 10:30. I told you I'd be here in time. How did you get in here? Your servant let me in and I opened the door pretty quietly. And you did that fast? This door creaks. I didn't do it fast. Bro, you are very, very good at deadlines. I know. I always submit something at the last second. Bro, you are a genius. I am. And they start eating breakfast. The other guy, yes, he was 2 hours late. That happens. And they're all like, nice, we're gonna have breakfast and great, now we're gonna probably gonna go ahead and get going. Well, what do you think? What do you think I should do? I'm pretty sure I'm just gonna go ahead and do some Paris stuff. And he goes ahead, Monte Cristo goes ahead to meet his girl, and then the girl is all like, Grandpa, will you give me your money? Are you gonna marry that guy? Yes, but I don't want to marry that guy. And he's like, I have a plan. And he says all this with his eyes because he's all like, I have an illness. He has an illness that took away his ability to move and speak except for his facial expressions. And he made a division of communication that happens, and he's all like, I have a plan. I'm gonna change my will. It says, I'll not give you any money or any of the money. I'll just give the money to the poor if you marry this guy. Nice plan! And that happens, and they make it. And then her father's furious. I don't care about that old man's money. You will marry this guy no matter what. Well, that was a terrible plan. And that happens. And then basically, and then the chapter ends. This whole chapter 60 ends like this. Now, what are you going to do? I feel like the Count of Monte Cristo says, okay, here's a telegram I want you to send immediately, and send it to every newspaper you can think of. Okay, but I'm gonna have to report. No, you're not gonna, because I'm gonna bribe you. Nice! But which telegram office? The closest one and the busiest one. That would be the Spanish line. Yeah, go to the nearest Spanish line. Okay, he goes ahead and types it out. And it basically says, stock markets values are crashing. Sell all your bonds immediately. That is the recommendation. That happens, and we'll find out what happens in the next chapter. Or next chapter. See you guys soon. Until next time, Shanana, peace.